Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I know that it's been quite a while since I've made a video because there's kind of a lot going on with the end of the semester and school, but I'm almost done, so hopefully I can make more regular videos. Once again, I know I kind of sucked about that, but I really wanted to make this video about the Flower and Garden Festival because it's ending this month and I went way back in March and I haven't really been able to talk about it. So let's talk Disney. Saying that I have been to Flower and Garden once before this past time. I went in March, which was a pretty good time to go because, you know, it was kind of just starting out and the weather was really nice, although it did rain for a few days that I was there. I was actually visiting a friend that I met during my Disney College program, and it was just really nice to see everyone, and that's basically why I went. But Flower and Garden Festival was happening when I went, and I was super excited because I went back in 2016 and I absolutely loved it. Now I will say that still I would choose Food and Wine over Flower and Garden just because I like it, and I think fall at Disney is just a beautiful thing. So if you've never been to Flower and Garden Festival, I do recommend you go because it is a lot of fun. I believe the last day for Flower and Garden Festival is May 28th, so if you can make it and make a spontaneous trip, or you live in Florida and can easily go, I would. However, it's something that happens every year and it seems to be just as good as the last time I went, so I would recommend going in the following year. First thing I want to talk about is the music. So when I went, Simple Plan was playing, which was really exciting because I love Simple Plan and I couldn't believe that I was actually going to be there. I think it was the first night they were playing, so I was able to, or maybe it was the last night, I think it was the last night, but I was able to actually go and watch them, and I really enjoyed it because I love Simple Plan, so I was really excited about that. And some of the other performers, I'm on the website, they had Smash Mouth, which I wish I would have been there for, but that was in April. Simple Plan's the one I went to. And then some of the ones that they have that are upcoming is The Who and The Spinners. So if you guys are interested in that, you can go to that. Either way, I think the concerts are really cool, whether you know the bands or not. I know for Food and Wine in my work location, because I worked in the American Adventure Pavilion at Liberty Inn, we were right outside Gardens Theater, so I saw pretty much every concert every night. And there were bands that I didn't know, like Blue October, that I actually kind of fell in love with through it. And I don't know, it's just, I feel like everyone they have is really great. So that is one perk of Flower and Garden Festival. The second thing is the flowers and the decorations, and they have different characters spread all around. That pretty much stays the same. I think I might have seen one or two characters that were different, but ultimately it stays the same each and every year. So once you've seen it, you've pretty much seen it, but it's still beautiful to look at. And I like just walking around and looking at everything. That's kind of like my favorite part about Epcot, is kind of just like, I like walking around the World Showcase. And in the World Showcase, they have different flower arrangements for different characters. So I think, in Germany you can see Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. I honestly don't know where every arrangement is, but they kind of have them based on countries, and it's just super cute to look at, and I loved doing that. The next thing is the food. So Flower and Garden is just like Food and Wine when it comes to food. They have different stands, which is really nice to get food, and I actually have my little passport here that I can kind of tell you what I tried. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't get to try because, unlike me being there for months at a time, I was there for all of Food and Wine Festival, so I was able to try everything, and I actually filled up my entire passport, as in having like one thing from each place. So I was able to mark off everything. Whereas here, as you can see, I still have tons of stickers left. That wasn't even close to happening. But we did try a few different things. So the first thing we went to was called the Honey Bistro. Now, I didn't mark off which one I had, but okay, I got the honey chicken flatbread, which was so good. If you have a chance to try that, do it, because it's a good mixture of like sweet and salty. So if you really like sweet and salty, that's something you should definitely try. Now, I'm not sure, I don't really remember from 2016, but I don't know how many of these stay the same. I'm pretty sure they stay the same because I know working at Epcot, I've seen that like pretty much all the stands just change names. They pretty much stay the same. So I would think that a lot of these stay the same. Now the honey one says it is new this year, so if it does well, I'm sure they'll keep it. Then there was the Pineapple Promenade, where I got I believe that I got the Florida Orange Groves Winery Sparkling Pineapple, and no, that was not where I got that. I got the Violet Lemonade. Sorry, there was a lot of pineapple stuff. I know that me and my friend tried 2 different pineapple drinks and kind of split them, but this we got the Violet Lemonade, which was good. It does come in alcoholic and non-alcoholic. We ended up getting the non-alcoholic one on accident, but it was still really good. I don't know if necessarily something I would get again, but it was pretty good. We also went to Germany's farmer's market, and I got the warm cheese streusel, which was okay. It was good. Once again, I think if I went again, it wasn't something that I'd need to get again. And then this was the best thing that I'd had. So the flatbread was really good. However, in America, there is the Smokehouse Barbecue and Brews, and I got the pulled pig slider with coleslaw. My friend got the smoked pork belly slider, and she really enjoyed that, but I thought that the pulled pork slider was really, really good. Like, definitely worth it. And honestly, it was big enough. And I say this like generally when you're visiting Epcot, especially when there's a festival going on, it's better to just kind of eat around the world, like little bits at a time. And like that's what you do at Food and Wine. And honestly, Flower and Garden is the same way because there is so much stuff you can get. And that was big enough that filled me up. And I was pretty much done after that. And I already had the pizza beforehand, granted, but still, it's very filling. And then this, I didn't get this past time, but in Japan they have frushi, so like fruit sushi, and I had that in 2016. It was really good, and I was gonna get it again, but once again, after getting that pulled pork slider, I was pretty much done. I was really full. Okay, we also went to the Cider House, and that was the last one we visited, which is where we kind of split things. So I got the pineapple tropical hard cider, and she got the Cider Boys mimosa, and they both were really good. I think we both decided we each liked the one we had gotten better than the other, but there's definitely a lot of pineapple stuff that they have, which I love pineapple, so that's perfect for me. But even if you're not into that, there's a lot of food. I think one of the good things about Flower and Garden is, I mean, it's during my favorite season, which is spring, and one thing that it has that I feel like Food and Wine doesn't is it's very, I don't know, there's a lot to look at. It's very pretty, whereas Food and Wine is a lot of food and wine. And that's another thing. It seems as with Flower and Garden, there seems to be more options as far as drinks go. There's more of a mixed drink along with like some fancy wines and beer. Whereas I feel like Food and Wine is very much wine and beer, which is great. I like wine and beer, but it kind of gets tiring after a while. So I think there's more variation in what you can get at Flower and Garden. But ultimately, if I still had to choose, I think I would choose Food and Wine over Flower and Garden. This wasn't supposed to be a Flower and Garden versus Food and Wine deal, but just to give you guys kind of a little taste of what Flower and Garden really is. And I really do enjoy Flower and Garden, and I do want to go again. I know me and my friend were talking about after we graduate next year, maybe going to Flower and Garden, maybe around March, and kind of experience that again, because it is a really great festival and I would highly recommend it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And like I said, as school kind of winds down, my classes finish up on the 21st. Hopefully I will be able to start making more frequent videos. There's still so much more that I want to show from my program. I don't know if you guys are interested, but I did take like some video that I'd like to share and just kind of talk about like more of my experience in the college program, because I know before I applied, I loved watching videos like that. So let me know if you guys want to see something like that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!